All right, hey guys, it's me again. Welcome back. And today, going to be doing a first impressions video on the On Cloudflow. Going to be going to one of my favorite parks to run, Shoelaces. And I know I did an initial video, which I already talked about the On Cloudflow with just one 5K run, but going to get in there and combine that run along with the run I did previously, not recorded, along with this one, so I can just give you more of a feel for what the On Cloudflow is like. I know that sounds like I'm not doing a first impressions, but I guess because I'm making it plural impressions, then it is a first impressions, not first impression. All right, the scanner is up. So let's get into this. All right, here we are at Shoelaces Park. You can see the river behind me, the Saluda River. Anyways, the On Cloudflow. Want to give you guys a quick recap on it before I get into running and then talk about it some more. It's a 6mm drop shoe, Cloudtec pockets. Everybody who has On shoes should know about that already. They are using the Helion superfoam with this because this is the next generation for the Cloudflow. So basically it's the second iteration of the Cloudflow for these guys. The Helion superfoam was initially introduced with the On Cloud Swift. It was also used in the On Cloud Stratus, so it's making its return here. The Cloudflow also has a full speedboard on there, and I'll show those once when I'm done with the run. The shoes come in together at a size US 10s men at 1 pound 5 ounces or 600 grams. So basically each shoe weighs about 9.5 ounces each, which is pretty good for a shoe. The On website lists these shoes as being like a training shoe. It also says you can do it for fast training, tempo runs, 10-kilometer races, and half marathons. I do find it a little weird that shoes that I'm going to use for a tempo run, there's a squirrel over there that just won't go away. But if I'm going to use these shoes for training and for tempo runs, I'm not necessarily going to use it for a half marathon when I own the On Cloud Stratus, which gives me like the comfort, stability, and support that I need for a longer distance. Like I said, I'm not a fast guy anymore, so I definitely want to like go smooth and steady on these longer distances. All right, so let's get into this run so I can tell you guys about how the three of them went and give you guys my impressions on them. Okay, let's get into this. I need a shave, huh? Anyways, so this is my third run. First one was a 5K. I think I already talked about that in the first video. Second one was also a 5K. No, it was a 1 mile interval run, and I need to go over that. And then did 2 miles with this. So I guess 3 runs, 6 miles. Would have gone longer on this run, but as you saw, the trails were closed due to flooding, and flooding was actually from yesterday because I wanted to do this yesterday, but the dam released a lot of water. It had the sirens going. It was a whole mess. Anyways, back to what we're supposed to be talking about. So the On Cloudflow, this is the next generation. As I said, 6mm drop. Shoes weigh about 9.5 ounces each. Uses the Helion superfoam. You can see the full length speedboard right here. That is one thing that On loves to do, is have this trench, for lack of a better word, going. You got your Cloudtec pockets, which help with the cushioning. They collapse, push you back. The speedboard will also bounce you back. It is very springy. This is a very lightweight shoe. You notice I got some really loud colors on here. This looks like it's reflective. It's not. Only the On logo is reflective on here. If you look at the outsole here, you see that you got a crisscross pattern, and then you have parallel lines. I've got sweat in my eyes, so excuse me. These crisscross patterns are supposed to help with traction. Now, the reason I bring that up is when I did my 1 mile intervals out on a high school track, it was, I'll say it was intermittently sprinkling. It wasn't raining, but it was a little wet out there, so the track was a little slick. And as I was sprinting, and I sprint on my toes and on the front of my foot, I was slipping a little bit. So that was worrisome for me when it came to these. But the first 5 kilometer run that I did, it was fine. It was a dry road, had no issues. Now, this would not be an on review if I did not bring up that because of these trenches and because the way the Cloudtec pockets are built, this is strictly for the road. You do not run on trails. I mean, you will see that I ran a little bit on dirt out there, but we had these all over my neighborhood and around here. I actually had to stop and pick one of these out, not this one, because this one's not crushed, but these will get stuck in here and you will feel it. And the one that I had actually lifted me up a little bit, so I had to stop, pull it out. And as I was just walking around for a cool down, I did get a pebble up, I think in this area up here. So it's just something you got to be cognizant of whenever you get on shoes. The only ones I have that don't do that is the Cloud Venture, and those are specifically built for trails. So I am impressed with these. I am worried when I see Helion Superfoam, and I think I shouldn't blame the foam, but my first pair of On shoes that had that was the Cloud Swift, and they were notorious for developing holes here. My first pair of On Cloud Stratus actually developed holes here, but On replaced them not because of the holes, but because I had an irregularity with the outsole, and those have not developed holes yet. I'm expecting it to because the lining for the sock area feels the same as with the Cloud Swift, but these feel different. This is a different material that they are using, so I'm hoping that this holds up a lot better than the previous material they were using for the interior of the shoes, because I really don't want anybody to spend over $100 on a pair of shoes and just have holes in here. I can live with the holes in my shoes because it doesn't affect me too much, but these, I don't want anybody else to do it. And I guess I really didn't look at their insoles, and you'll see I've got dog hair on them because I have 3 dogs. But these are nice. They had the ribbing around here, but they didn't say anything about the ribbing. So this is not as spectacular as like the Cloud Stratus, where it had ribbing right here so that way your feet would know where you were or where they were at all times. Whoops, I just lost my shoe. But I'm not that worried about it. These retail for about $140 US. You could probably pick them up for like $10 cheaper at your local shoe specialty shop if they're running a sale, because this year I actually saw a couple of stores in my town running sales and they included the On running shoes. I don't know if it's because they're clearing out the older models or whatnot, but you could get these for cheaper than retail price. So just be aware of that. But yeah, first impression of these shoes, I'm pretty impressed with them. I'm not gonna run more than a 5K race with them because I want the cushioning, like I said. So any half marathons, 10Ks, anything higher than a 10K, I'm gonna wear my Cloud Stratus. But with the 5Ks, I might start wearing these out there. If I get out of them, I will tell you guys like in a later review. All right, if you like what I do, go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Until next time, bye guys. Seriously. This is what I have to put up with. I come out here to talk about running shoes and I've got a siren going on behind me because the dam wants to release extra water. This is not my day.